There it is, Scott. Come on. See, I've added the extra to it now. You can hear a different laughter on the track.
I like it.
You know what the different laughter is?
That would be...
Me esposa.
See.
Yes, my beautiful wife.
Oh.
We were just fighting
Yes,
5
yes.
minutes before we got on
We
this.
were.
But
No, we have it on film, though. That's
yeah, it is.
Oh, God.
I just realized
Because
I
I'm
was
trying
gone.
to tell her that the thing moves. The mic moves.
There's
you
no
can,
learning curve here. You just got to get in and be perfect as soon as you sit down.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to protect you because you will have a neck ache,
Thank
and
you.
I'll hear it the rest of the week. My neck. I just feel it in my neck because this moves. The microphone moves. You can move your head. She looked like she was like a hello, Scott, like a robot, like you were scared to
Little
move.
robot.
We want you comfortable
I'm
because when you're in your
comfortable, thank you.
when you're in your comfortable place, you're going to be open and talking.
Okay.
Now, Scott, before I got here, oh gosh,
As I cough into the mic.
here we go. I didn't.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I didn't
gotta
bring my
clean-
face shield. Hold on. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking COVID news.
Okay, wait a second.
God, you can't make it up.
No.
You still don't have the buttons labeled.
They are labeled.
What is that's
Hold
a
on.
that's a
No.
snare.
Look,
deal.
right here. They are labeled
Oh,
right
my
here.
Okay, so where's the
goodness.
breaking news?
Right
Hold
here.
on, hold on.
COVID-19 breaking news. And I did it again.
Hey, one thing you will notice, he grabs the chair in fear.
Every time.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
What I was going to say is the breaking news is you don't have COVID.
Correct. I was on the phone with my doctor this morning.
See, so that's why I want to say
Yes.
that's breaking news. So
Yes.
even though he's got a
Breaking
little
news.
cough,
Yes, I
is
did
it
have a
allergies?
cough.
Allergies?
Yes, it is allergies.
Allergies. See,
Bit of a runny
Amen.
throat. That's
I don't
what
think
it
you
is.
have a
runny
runny
nose.
throat.
Runny
I don't
nose.
No, that's not my. It's drainage.
Drainage.
There, that's the word I
Drainage.
was looking for. Yeah.
That's
so
That's a
but
good word.
your dad, who works at a local hospital,
Yes.
was adamant
Adamant.
that you get tested.
Yes. Don Odom was like, "Get tested now."
And your medical professional, your
Said,
doctor, nah, you be all right. You be all right. It only makes us nervous because there's two Haiglers in here now in my
Yes.
household, but
Yeah.
we could be quarantined together. We're already co-hosting the morning show,
yes.
the Simple Church morning show.
You have a morning show?
Well, the 9:30 before the
Yeah.
10 o'clock service.
The early.
Oh,
For
yes.
those
See,
who
that's
tune
my,
in-
she was my co-host.
For those who tune in a little early,
Yeah, I mean this
if
is
anybody
my,
pays
Yeah.
attention.
Nah,
I
there's-
do. I was tuned in. I thought it was like a daily thing. I didn't realize it was. A
No, we don't. No, this is it. So anyway, speaking of tears.
Oh Lord.
So right before I got here, let me just translate. Hey, this is my wife, Angie, for those that are just listening. Angie,
morning.
thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
You are the second woman.
The
Yes.
second woman,
And we understand that there's going to be...
the first wife.
Yeah, the first wife. And I understand that there's going to be Uncle John, Aunt Teresa, and me and you. We're ordered the mics, correct?
Yes, the mics should be here by Friday, but we'll see.
Because I understand that y'all have some issues with some of the things that have been said by said brother and myself.
Oh. Honestly, I have not communicated with my sister-in-law
Oh,
yet
well,
about this.
I think she wants
She may have a little briefcase full of things, but
She has an opinion.
I'm kind of honestly after 22 years. How long we've been married?
I don't even know.
We
Who
always
counts?
go up a year.
Doesn't matter,
We don't
just-
really know. 21 plus.
We were married in 1998, but math is not my strong suit.
1998 is this year. It's gonna
October.
be 22 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
22 this October.
My math might be a touch better.
You went
but
to
I'm-
Centenary College. We know.
yeah, yes.
I went to Bibsy.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Bibsy. I lost my train of thought.
That's
just then.
now, this is a bad thing if you're with me
Before we
because
come
I
back-
am ADD. You already probably figured that out.
Oh, my phone's still on. Obviously, if you heard that in the background.
That's
but
all right.
You said we
I
were
was
talking
already
about
distracted.
tears.
I went ADD.
We were
Tears.
talking about tears this
Tears.
morning.
Oh, then we were talking. Oh no, what I was saying with 21 years. Thank you. Tears somehow got me back there. We're pretty much an open book.
We are. All right. So what happened though before?
So I don't think I have anything that I have literally sat there and shook my head many times
yeah.
while listening to y'all's podcast. Yes.
But you've listened to every one of them.
Yeah, I think I maybe missed one.
Yeah, and it's been just thoroughly enjoyable, hasn't it?
It does make me laugh. I'm not kidding.
Well,
it
you
makes
need
me
it.
laugh.
You need a little laugh.
Oh my gosh, we all need to laugh right now.
Especially right now.
Especially because
Yes.
I understand that before I got here, I'm trying to get to this because right when I walked in the door,
I know what you're going to.
you looked at me. Can you tell my eyes is red? I said, what are you talking about? Can you tell my eyes is red? I've been crying all the way here.
I love the way it makes me sound.
And I'm like, well, that's just a general voice. That's just for
That's
whoever.
your general girl.
Well, not
I know
necessarily.
I'm country sounding,
and it
which
sounds
is
like
terrible.
Ian.
I don't know what has happened over the years. I've turned into a
Well,
cowgirl.
because I messed you up. You married a boy from
You
Southwood.
did. That's okay. I'll take it.
She went to Centenary College, and she didn't speak with such. Yeah. You know, when we first got married, this is the truth, Scott. A little trivia for you. We're going to get into these tears in a minute because
We're working our way back.
Yeah.
It's okay.
she wouldn't even eat a dessert.
Oh gosh.
What?
We went, listen, no lie, like,
I was so
she was
into
just
fitness.
like, oh my gosh. It was so funny. I was like, I got bad news for we ain't going to make it. While we're dating, I'm like, I'm going to tell you this.
I am ruined.
If you
now.
don't eat a dessert,
Ruined.
we ain't going to make it.
Wow.
He
And-
didn't say that to me. He was doing everything he could to.
Wow.
Work
But what
it
I'm
over.
saying is, tell me that I did not tell you seriously.
You said,
if-
I'm going to eat my dessert.
I said, you can watch
Probably
me.
something like
you
that.
can watch me. You can watch me, but Fat Daddy here. Hey, she was a run. I mean, she's runner, fitness, all this. And hey, I admired it. I'm not saying I hate it. I mean, she's still in great shape. Wow. But my point is, when we were getting together, I enjoyed dessert. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna live. I'm gonna. Hey, you
Speaking
know what
of-
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scott, you can get
Oh,
an
yeah.
amen
Well,
on that.
obviously, I enjoy all types of food,
I'm just saying that.
including dessert.
Yeah, so I was like, we're going to eat dessert. But then she was just like, oh,
I
think
finally
I'll-
caved.
I think I'll pass.
It all
And I'm
boils
like,
down to
no.
I caved.
Yeah,
And now I enjoy life. I enjoy my desserts.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
do
mean-
still run.
yeah.
Not
It's-
as good as I used to.
Speaking of running, we talked about this morning. Did you hear Scott breaking
Oh,
news?
gosh.
Oh,
I got
breaking news.
Yeah, this is breaking.
I want to hit the right one
Let's
this
see if
time.
we
yeah,
said we might
this
go
is
to
breaking.
this.
Breaking news. Running for your life.
COVID.
Yeah, you're supposed to give the COVID. This is COVID break.
COVID-19.
It's loud in my ears too. I hope it's balanced out on the real podcast. But anyway, here's
I
the
don't know. I don't listen.
here's the. They said today
Yeah.
that a person ran a marathon on their balcony.
On their balcony. A man.
That's
I don't know if he had
26
been-
So he
miles?
he 26.2. He measured
I've
his
done it.
balcony, calculated how many times he'd have to run back and forth to run a
He
marathon.
might have had a little
I'm gonna
pedometer.
tell you right now, that's
He did it.
commitment, but that's dumb.
That's having a lot of time to kill.
I haven't walked
We know
10
Scott.
feet in 2 weeks, so
That's not true. Hey, but the only thing I'm not that committed. Other than
No, you're
if I
committed
run,
to other things. You're
if
not
I run
committed to
out of Little
exercise.
Debbie's, I'm committed to going to 3 or 4 stores. Now that's what I'm committed to.
And you know I've been looking for your ding dongs. They're
You
out
have?
everywhere. They're out everywhere.
Whoa, yeah. Well,
Hostess.
yeah, I understand. Thank you. Well, I can just tell you that Ian, as soon as we get in, Ian's got now he's much skinnier.
Oh,
That's
he
my
is a
son. He's just like a little old thin. He
tall
ate up
string
with
bean.
poison ivy right now
He
too.
is. We're
Yeah.
sorry, Ian. God bless. Made him work in the yard.
I said, well, if he's homebound, get out there and do something.
We did that
Good
we
night. What is this? This vacation the rest of your
We're
life?
bouncing all over the place, but we did put an underground fence in, electric
Dog fence.
oh.
to keep the
ain't
multitude
working.
of dogs that we have
It ain't
in our
working.
yard.
It ain't even
works.
working.
It works on all but one, our thick-necked puppy dog.
But nobody's training. We're out of control.
Everything's
To be
out of
absolutely
control.
honest, we're out of control. There's no homework being done. We just told you about that. What did you say about homework for the kids? Go ahead. You said it last night on Facebook Live when we went on there. It's optional. So
I know it's optional, so nobody's been doing it. But I did have a little meeting with the kids.
Oh, I haven't even heard this. This is breaking COVID news. Hold on a
Oh,
second.
God.
Breaking.
Lord,
Breaking
help me.
news.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. So
Y'all
what?
know I do trust Jesus. I prayed over this before I got here today. I knew it could go south.
So what meeting did you have with the kids that I don't know about?
So I said, look, we have to have some sort of normalcy around here.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
And what happened? How'd that
So
go?
hold on. thing is.
Yeah.
If I'm not
She is-
there to enforce, it's spirals down.
So they're probably all asleep
but-
right now.
Oh, yeah, they're asleep.
Scott, of course. This is ridiculous. Here's the deal, Scott. I love her. She's beautiful. She's sweet. She's kind. She's a giver. I mean, I could go on and on. But one thing she don't have is the ability really to go, my goodness, this is what we're going to do. She talks a big game, and then it's just blah, 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 blah. It's out there. And you got it from your mama. You can't help it. It's genetic.
Oh, my mama's sweet.
Yeah,
I'm harder than my
she
mama,
is.
though.
Yeah, but, yeah.
We don't need therapy today. Let's don't go down that
Clint
route,
Davis
please.
is right next
I
door.
know, I'm putting
The
up-
good news is that we got counseling. Clint texted me this morning.
Did
Said,
he?
man, I know you're an extrovert, and if you're having a hard time, call me. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know?
You got plenty of avenues to get your extrovertedness.
No, I was like, I love it. He was just being kind and
I
trying
know,
to
that's
trying to help and things out. But all that to be said,
Okay.
you've even got a little running still in the midst of the COVID now as well. We've been walking the dogs every
We've
night.
been walking the dogs a mile every night.
Yep, we go walk the puppies.
The puppies actually probably need to be running 5 miles. That's how much energy they have.
Yeah, but
Kind of dogs they
but
are.
at least something's going
But
on.
that's going on. Yeah, I've been exercising,
Yep.
getting my run on. Ran 3 miles yesterday.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful outside. I couldn't resist.
I ain't doing
But
that.
beyond that,
I power washed. All I do is just work. She comes. I'm out there, the power washing, and Ian's in there sleeping. I look at him. He's out there. Speaking of that, I'm power washing the deck yesterday.
Uh-huh.
He's laid out in a chair. Just look. If you're on YouTube, this is what he's doing. He just slumps, son. Just slump. I said, "Hey, Slick." He waves at me. Hey, Dad. I said, "Why don't you put your hands on something? Why don't you come up here and say, hey, Dad, I know that there's a lot of things that could be done." Okay, I can help. That's teenagers, Scott. I'm sure
But he
you weren't
did
that
it.
way.
Give him some credit.
Oh,
He
I love
did
him.
it.
He
has
does.
a sweet spirit.
He have a real sweet beard. He does.
Goodness, that's the way we talk to each other
I
at
know.
home. I'm sorry.
well aware.
That's the way we talk at home.
Scotty Poo.
We like sweet at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've known y'all for many, many,
Man, it
many
makes you
years.
sweet.
It does.
There's nothing wrong with sweet.
All right, doing.
It makes that's a whole lot easier. See, it makes you laugh just hearing it. All right, so
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah,
we were just saying stress.
but
Exercise
anyway,
has
no,
helped.
yeah, no, but hold on. So let's go back. I walk in the door. You asked me, could I tell you've been crying? I said
we're
no,
going
because we
way
drive in,
back. We're going all the way
but
back.
we drive in separate cars everywhere, and we have since
Forever.
we've been married.
Yeah,
That is a stress reducer for me, hands down.
me too, hands down.
Because admit this, Angela Dawn, time has gotten important to you, but for the longest time, you were not on time.
Yeah.
So I
Guess
would
who was
just,
here first today?
well, yeah, because
Of
I was
multiple
picking up our
minutes.
shirts. Look, hope
That's
will
good.
not be canceled.
I know.
I
I'm
got some
not-
signs. I'll show YouTube here in a minute.
I'm not trying to compare. I'm just stating.
So the scoreboard's off right now.
Yeah, because I've been late way more than you.
Okay, but anyway, so we typically drive separate. So I'm only telling the YouTube listeners
Yeah.
or the podcast listeners because I didn't know that you cried all the way here. So when I walked in, you were like, "Can you tell I've been crying?" I
Well, I
said,
didn't know exactly what this video is like because I haven't watched that.
"Well, but nobody watches
forum.
anyway. It
I'm
doesn't
like-
matter." That.
I'm
really
like red and
don't.
swollen today from
No.
crying all the way here. So, is that
So
okay?
what set you off today coming
Okay,
in?
so
Because
I
I
know-
don't know. I hadn't heard this.
Okay, it may not be as big a deal to y'all, so the audience will be like, "Oh, that's not a big deal," but to me it was.
Mm.
Okay, so I know y'all talked about it. Maybe on one of the last couple episodes, that our washing machine went down.
Yes.
It's COVID-19. We already spent $600 on our dog. Our
We
washing
did
machine-
talk about that.
Our washing machine goes down. I'm like, we're trying not to spend any extra money, Well, I opened my mailbox this morning, and my sweet Uncle James
Oh.
wrote a little note in there. Your mama told me that. It said your dryer went out, but it was actually the washing machine. And he said, just wanted to give you this
Oh.
with a check.
See, the Lord comes through and provides. Uncle James is a
And
sweet
I
dude.
could still cry right now, but I'm going to suck it up. Because it was just kindness.
He's got it though. He's got that gift of
He
kindness.
is so sweet. And it goes deeper with me. You know how my whole dad thing. You know, my
Oh, yeah.
dad
Oh,
was killed when I was little.
We're going
this
deep,
is
y'all.
deep. This is really deep.
I can see the tears in your eyes.
Yeah, this
I
is-
know, and
so-
I'm not gonna go with. I mean, that's a whole nother podcast. I know y'all say that all the time, but it really is. Anyway, my dad was killed when I was a little girl, and my uncle was probably like the closest kinship that I have to that. So it kind of, when he does something sweet like that, it's kind of like a deep.
Right.
You see me try not to cry. Really deep, sweet, meaningful, sweet. So anyway, I cried all the way here. I sucked it up enough that I could call my mom and tell her.
You've been pretty tearful, though.
I think it's the stress.
Yeah, and you cried like the other day. I walked in and we were eating dinner, and you just broke down, and all the kids look at me and go, "She all right?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man."
Well, okay, I think what it is. Well, number one, I'm tenderhearted anyway.
You is.
I am.
We know.
And everybody's stressed right now. It's a stressful time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
So you're kind of carrying this level of stress already anyway. Just watching
Your body
the
don't
news.
do well with stress either, by the way. Your hair
No.
falls out. You have poop issues. This is not good.
Thank you, honey.
We are an open book.
I know we are. Actually, all that's good right now. My hair's doing good. I got no poop issues. We're
Man, that's
good.
what I'm talking about.
Wow.
See?
Yeah.
See?
But I'm crying all the time.
But we're crying all the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get the
you
tissues.
cried. I can think
So
of at
last-
least 6 times last night.
All right, so we're gonna go back. So last night we did a hospital. We're gonna come back to all that, honey, because we got nothing but time. This
Okay.
is an ADD podcast.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
well aware.
you've been
I
listening.
keep up real well with that, though. It's okay.
Yeah. So last night we did a event for every hospital in the city that we could get to. The VA was the only one that they kind of had us kind of shut down, restricted. But all the other hospitals, and we prayed over all of the hospitals corporately as through the Miracle 89.1, which was awesome, a sponsor to help us
Yeah,
make
they
that
did
happen.
great.
But then we also had just large groups of people show up at these hospitals to stay in their car, and for the most part,
did.
honk the
Not everybody
horns
was
and
obedient.
applause and make signs and just encourage all the doctors and the nurses as they went through a shift change. So, Scott, what was your eyewitness report of my wife as y'all were at Ochsner's LSU hospital last night?
Well, it first started
Because
with-
I was at the radio station and I
Yes.
wasn't. I could not be with my family. I was doing the broadcast.
Yeah.
the prayer. First of all, that's when the first tears started coming.
As soon as I
gosh.
started praying,
Scotty
Yeah.
Poo was there with me.
Yes, I was there. I was
We
right
tried
there.
to keep our social
Yeah,
distance.
we were keeping our social distance.
yes.
But then, so it was the prayer. But then, as the night went on and the nurses really started to come out, well, when they would drive by, it was emotional for them. They were crying,
Mm-hmm.
and every time Angie saw one crying, she would start to cry. So then me and Emma started a game. We started looking for him, and we'd be like, "There's one crying."
That's just wrong.
It is. He even got our baby Emma in on it.
You did.
Poor old sweet Emma. Now
I
you've been
know.
corrupted by Scotty Poo.
Corrupted.
But it was emotional for those
Oh
nurses.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to read y'all.
Especially by the end of the night, like they were really like as the most of them were coming out. Yeah, it was very emotional for
Yeah.
me.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, I was going to read a couple of things people said. This is pretty cool. From the lead nurse at one of the hospitals right here in our area, Willis Knighton. I don't know who coordinated or if you guys coordinated this, and we did, so that was cool that it got to the right people. But the nurses at Willis Knighton North were beside themselves last night with the applause as they left. They cried for the rest of the night, probably somewhere between exhaustion and appreciation. But we just want to say thank you. I mean, that's just really
That's
cool.
awesome.
And then Cindy McAdoo sent something, which I thought was cool because it's kind of going viral, as they say. And she said her bestie, who is an ER doc, wrote this. It's, tonight when I left work, our parking lot was full of cars honking and clapping for us, with signs saying that they're praying for the workers. They had their lights on in every car. Radio was on the Miracle playing the song Wayfinder. It's a Waymaker?
Waymaker.
Yeah, I mean, I did.
That's
I
okay.
mean, I don't even know Christian music, but I just knew that's what it
Oh,
said.
Lord.
Said we couldn't help but cry. It was really cool. Makes you feel better about being at risk and how sweet everyone was for supporting us. Just very thankful for our community. I mean, she has a 3-month-old at home, so she was just saying thank you for
See?
thinking about us and praying for us. But what's cool is that it does matter. You know, you can find ways to encourage people. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of negative.
Yeah.
But I've said this in the previous podcast. but I will try to make it more clear today, is I really believe that our job at a time like this, as believers, brother, as followers, sister, that we should be leading the positivity.
Yeah.
You know, because of if when you're overwhelmed with negativity and overwhelming
of that.
circumstances,
Yeah.
and then there are like we watch the Today Show, me and you typically
In the morning.
yeah, Hoda and Savannah.
Yeah.
They're really trying to do the same thing. They're trying to
Yeah.
do a lot of positive and try to put it in there because you gotta know the reality of what's going on. But there's also something about giving people encouragement, and what's been cool to me, there are different avenues of people beginning to do that and find creative ways to do that. So on my way in today, I actually saw Freedom Church, for example. I drove right by them, on Airline Drive, and they're feeding people. They had lines of cars
Yeah.
and were passing some food out. And then we saw our friend Donzel Hughes down in Mansfield, Louisiana, pastor down there. He was helping people out. So I was thinking,
Yeah.
it's cool to
Churches
see.
everywhere.
Yeah, and I think, I can't remember what number the podcast was, but we were talking before this broke out. Now think of this, Scott. This is the truth. Before it broke out, that we had heard and we had had discussions that there could be a time when the government is unable to meet the needs of the
Yeah.
people,
Well, yeah,
and that
true.
the church will have to be able to stand up and meet the needs and fill in the gap. And here we are, not maybe a month later, not even maybe a couple of weeks, not knowing this was going to happen. And this is why, like Brian Reed was telling me that a couple of people were critical that we went out last night on Facebook or whatever. I can't believe you would do this. I'm like, dude, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to understand it. But when you understand that our job is to be an encouragement, our job is to try to meet a need in the safest possible way, we're going to do what we got to do to meet that need. So that's right now, Brian
And
and them
safely.
Brian and them are going to deliver food back to Coshada.
Yeah.
Well, there are systems in place through the government that they cannot find a way to actually complete the system, which was delivering the food, like the food bank.
Yeah.
And they're asking us. They're going, "Hey, man, can
We
the
got people
church
that
help?"
can't eat.
Yeah, like, can you help fulfill that need? So that's why I go back to it's like in the safest possible way to find a way to be encouraging, to find a way to meet the need, to solve the problem or whatever's going to go on. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that we were talking about this not too long ago, and here we are going,
Right.
all right, we got a responsibility. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just for us, for example, just the Coshada thing, just what we're doing as a staff, delivering hot meals 5 days a week to Coshada with 200 meals for the past 3 weeks. I just tried to do the math, and it was not right. But
Oh gosh.
We're not good at math.
well, I mean, that's just what we are doing, and I can't imagine what other people do. And we're providing these hot meals for these children and families that would not get it because the government is so out of whack right now they can't even do it.
Yeah.
How was the mayor? Was he appreciative?
Oh, he's super appreciative, and he is the most. You have to hang out with him. We have to bring him up here because he is something else. Let me tell you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. But he was very appreciative. He was just like, man,
yeah.
this is it.
He is. Oh, he loves it because it's the only thing he can think to do because he's reaching for these resources and there's just nothing there because everybody's taxed out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, for me, it was worth the ride in my car
Yeah.
to safely cheer those doctors and nurses on and their staff. It was amazing.
And here's the other
was so
part.
sweet.
And this is why I'm thankful, honey, for a partner like you because you're able to take our kids to see that as well. This is like if you're a mom or a dad or, staying at home and you're trying to figure that out, looking for ways that your kids can see a positive thing to do.
Yeah.
Because, they see your tears at the table. It shows their compassion and that you're worried about. But then it shows, let's go put it into action. Let's go put some positivity back in the community. We're not just going to sit in the house and cry about it.
No.
We're going to go, let's go figure. And that's what I admire about you. It's what I admire about all these other stay-at-home moms or these single moms is finding ways to creatively right on their driveway. I was leaving out of the neighborhood and I saw one of the
Yeah.
moms had written
Kindness matters.
Yeah,
or
got
kindness
their
something.
kids and they'd written out a whole message to anybody that walks
Yeah.
by or to anybody that drives by, and I'm going, that's a mom trying to figure it out. It's like,
It
look,
was.
I got to find something positive. I want to encourage my kids. I want to lead my family because, you may need to process that out in a appropriate way with a counselor or with a trusted friend to go, man, I'm struggling. I'm worried about my finances or I'm worried about this. But to lead your family and your kids to give them a sense of peace and calm is critical because it creates more anxiety in an already anxiety-filled
Yeah.
world, that we're going to be okay. And that with God on our side and with our trust in Him, we really can get through it. And that's not just super spiritual Christian talk. It's just the truth. We're going to get through it. It's true. It might get worse,
Oh, yeah.
but we're going to get through it.
Yeah. They
You
say
know.
it'll get worse. But like you said, we have hope.
You got to, man. You ain't got no
Yes.
time for all this, man. You got
No,
to.
and I'll just say this. Okay, so I was saying we all have this underlying level of stress. Like for me, I can feel it in my throat if I start watching too much news during the day. You know, especially we watched that 60 Minutes. Tanked me. Thank you. Tanked me. Okay, well, it's true. I'm glad I saw it. It helps me be prepared. Blah blah blah. But then
Well, hold on
it
a
was
second.
that. It was
Hold on a second. Time out.
Okay.
The other good benefit of seeing that, it also motivated you to get out and go thank those doctors and nurses. True or not true?
Well, yeah, that's why the tears at the dinner table.
That's what I'm saying. Is like in some ways, it's like as hard as it is, you might need to be hit with a dose of reality.
Yeah.
But my point is, let it move you into action.
Yes.
Which I know for you it was, because
Yes.
when I came home and told you, I was like, hey, we're gonna go thank the doctors and nurses. That's when you broke
And I
down.
immediately boohooed.
And I was like,
couldn't
why are
breathe.
you? And you were, because I just watched the 60 Minutes special.
Yes.
You made me. I didn't make you do.
No,
nothing.
you didn't make
Ugh.
me watch it at all. You mentioned it.
That's it. I was like, hey, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Usually I let you do your papaw 60 Minutes by yourself in your man cave.
That's fine.
But I do enjoy it. I'm learning. I'm a memoing. I'm basically memoing out now.
And
too,
I
'cause
let
I'm
you
enjoying it.
TMZ,
Oh,
Thank
gosh.
you.
and I watch it with you.
I know it's terrible. Anyway, I did have a point to make
I'm sure.
real quick.
Go ahead.
So I was saying that we have this stress level underlying, and I have, like, I feel it in my throat, you know, like that stress, it kind of tightens up. And then I'd had it all day, probably had it for days, been drinking my Lanta, trying to kind of
Easy.
reduce the,
Not that Johnny Red Walker.
trying to reduce the heartburn.
Yeah, Johnny Red will give you heartburn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, but I was saying that because last night we went and we were there for a couple of hours, just sitting in our cars, listening to the music, praying corporately, encouraging everybody. Heartburn went away.
See, stress
It
reducer.
totally reduced my stress. Isn't that crazy? I thought about that. I woke up in the middle of the night. I thought about that. I was like, that might be a good thing to say because it did. It reduced my stress level.
Finding some way to help somebody
Yes.
else or
Yes.
take the
I
focus
still
off of it.
didn't need
Yeah.
any of my Lanta today.
Amen.
Still.
See, so you got no poop issues. You just got a heartburn issue.
I have had heartburn. You know, then this is another thing I thought about in the middle of the night when I woke
Scott,
up.
you didn't have anything on that.
I think it's not your butt, it's your heart. So there you go.
You can't figure something out. Something's always. What were you
The
gonna
other
say?
time that I had that heartburn issue with stress is when your mama looked at me.
Uh-huh.
She was really sick at home, and I was trying to get her to the hospital, and everybody sent me over there. Like, go see what's wrong with Mama. She's not in. She's not. Something's wrong. And I went over there, and she was laid out on the bed. This is a look inside Haigler.
Yeah,
Haigler's
this is behind the
life, but
scenes.
this is behind the
Butt
scenes
and
of
Juddy.
Haigler.
Butt and Juddy.
Butt and Juddy.
Juddy. Buddy. That's another.
Anyway,
Wow.
she's
My
laying on
brother
the
and
couch.
me.
I was like, Mama, I gotta take you to the doctor. We need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. You're not right. We gotta get out of here. And she said, Angie, I want you to get back and go back in my bedroom and look in my closet. And I need you to bring me that dress that's in there. Whatever color it
It
was.
was Navy.
That navy color. She said, that's what dress I want to be buried in. You go get that. I said,
You said that's encouraging. Thanks,
I
Mama.
said, I said,
Thank you, Mama.
I looked at her, I said, Mama, I am not going back there and getting that dress. And she said, when my mama was dying, I didn't want to do anything like that either, but I did it. She says, so get back in there. You know, she's bossier than you. So I said, oh, Lord, I bet to go. So I went back in there and got that dress. I was like, okay, here it is. I held it up. Is that fine? And she said, yes. And I said, now will you go to the doctor? And she said, yes. Well, after that, my throat closed up.
See, it's stress
Wait, this was
related.
the first time, so my throat closed up. And I went to, you said, you better go see Ricky, because we didn't know what was wrong, you know. And so I went to see Ricky, and he goes, it's called stress.
Yeah, well, I
It'll
get
it causes acid to rise in your stomach, and you get a little heartburn. So anyway, that's why I knew that's what I had been experiencing over the past week or whatever. It's just stress.
Well, I'm thinking
gone right now.
You're out there. Well, that's surprising because we're doing this podcast. I thought it might come back. She may be like,
No, maybe it was.
yeah, you may
So
like,
last
oh
night,
Lord.
it went down after serving like that last night and seeing those people's faces. That was the best. And then probably my sweet uncle
Yeah,
blessed
I mean,
this morning and crying all the way here. And
Hey, that's awesome.
Singing my worship songs.
That's-
She was. When
You
I
did.
pulled up, she was
I
in there
was
just
singing
singing.
to Jesus, honey.
Well, that, what you got to do? I'm for it. I ain't hating.
I'm definitely for it.
She's the most spiritual person in your household.
Probably true. That's the only thing that keeps me. That's maybe the only reason God keeps me around. Because
Aw.
two become one.
Honey, we're a good team.
We're
We're a
good team. So speaking of team, we also not only did we. Oh, let me show you these are the signs for those on YouTube that we actually put out there for all of the doctors and nurses. We put them as they're pulling in to the parking lot, just to remind them that we're thanking them for being on the front lines. But we
Good.
got something else that we're going to do too, and that is the other group of people that's on the front lines. There's truck drivers, son.
Yes.
Man, 'cause I know
Making it
you.
happen.
18-wheeler.
I know you out there at Target or Kroger.
You got to get your
or-
toilet paper. When you
not
can
on
find
one
it.
I
rate.
have spent more money since I've been in this stay-at-home thing than my entire life.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. Is it's kind of crazy, but
It's that fear-driven. I better make sure I have enough chicken in my freezer.
Yes.
Me too.
we got plenty of whatever.
I bought some more yesterday, Justin.
Of what?
Chicken.
Oh my God!
And that's hard to find.
Chicken's hard to find.
Chicken is hard to
I
find.
found it at Kroger yesterday. Fresh.
Though there's a rumor going around that our chicken supply is going to be depleted because of China. So everybody's hitting the shelves for chicken.
Well,
I hadn't heard that yet.
Well,
so
I eat.
don't get my heartburn.
I eat
Well,
shrimp.
no, but it's not true. It's
I eat
not
shrimp
true.
etouffee in a bowl every day. I think that's about the only thing that I eat.
I'm shocked that you like that stuff.
Man, that stuff is
What
good.
from what?
It's a Walmart product.
Okay, so salmon
no,
is
it's a frozen.
it's a frozen shrimp etouffee meal.
But I'm
Am I
gonna tell you how you.
I'm gonna have to come cook you like real shrimp
No, you-
etouffee.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you what you add to it. This is the
gosh.
fame. It ain't Johnny Red. You add to it 2 Mrs. B's biscuits, frozen on that little air fryer.
So we
thing.
got an air fryer.
And I went with the Walmart brand. We ran out of Mrs. B's. Somehow it's COVID. I mean, but I went and got Walmart brand. Not the same. Don't
Yeah,
do
he
it.
was
Don't waste
disappointed.
your money.
We love you, Walmart, but
Well,
the biscuits weren't as good as Mary B's.
No.
Or Mary
Best
B's?
value or whatever value.
Yeah.
Mrs. B's on hit, son. Ian said, Dad, these
They're about
things
as
are.
close to like home.
But
Oh,
hold
my
on, hold on.
gosh.
You put the
So, no,
biscuits
so you just-
in the.
No, you
No.
just once you cook it, that's kind of
no,
you
no.
make
That's
the
his
little
side
combo,
item.
so you have a little.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I ate it last night. It was just
But here's
so
what's
good.
crazy about that. It's so stinky. It is so fishy and stinky smelling. And what's crazy is like salmon is my favorite food. Like
And
anytime we go out
it's
to anytime we go out to dinner, I always get salmon. It's just my
Stinky.
favorite. I cook it at home. All my kids eat it. Everybody eats it but him.
Stinky
He says it's stinky.
and fishy.
It doesn't compare to what he eats at night in that little bowl.
Man, is it just heaven?
It's shocking to me. Wait a minute. I thank God for your shrimp etouffee in a bowl
Yeah.
because he loves it, and I don't have to worry about him. He goes.
Okay,
he
so
eats
let's
his little frozen
go back
food.
to our marriage. So let's
Oh,
talk
God.
let's talk about how this shakes down.
This is why I prayed before I got here.
Our stress is coming back.
Early on, there were
Malanta.
3 simple requests that I had. Matter of fact, God rest his soul, is Randy Wingard. Oasis Printing does our T-shirts and stuff. I told him one day I was venting man to man at his office. We were in there talking. And I was like, Randy, I only asked for 3 simple things
To make him happy.
to make me happy. And it's not what every other man's thinking right now. So
It
just
is
hang
too,
on.
though.
Well, but
Don't-
that would be
don't
4.
let him fool you.
That would be number 1 on the list.
On a real scale.
Yeah, but this is like that taken away.
Yeah.
This other 3 things. I want a clean towel, dry, not in the washer. I want underwear, clean, and cereal with milk. That's all I ask for.
Yeah.
Towels, underwear.
It makes
I'll
him
leave.
sound real simple.
I'll leave out of my house if I just had underwear on. That's all I need. I don't even need anything else clean. I would leave with underwear on. But the problem is every time I go to my underwear drawer, until I bought 60 pair, just about, and then me and Ian now are the same size. I mean, we wear the same size. We're not the same size. He is a little skinnier than me, but somehow
They wear the same
we
size
wear the
underwear.
same
I don't know.
underwear. don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, how is that?
I don't know.
Although
But we do. But don't get into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I'll go to my drawer, and when I don't have underwear, or I go to the towel,
Oh,
the
gosh.
kitchen thing, and don't have a
I know
towel,
about the towel.
The towel.
Or
He calls it. He'll say, "Well, it was a."
I don't know if you should say this. I don't know.
He says, "I can't get it out." It's a Greg Louganis day.
Yeah, and you know why?
Why?
Whenever you go and see the Olympics, back when the divers were diving
Greg
off that
Louganis,
board,
that's old. That shows our age.
and they
honey.
get out of the pool and they had that little chamois,
Hand
and
towel.
they dry with that chamois. That's what I'm drying with is a daggum chamois.
Oh,
And I'm like,
It's a
can I
hand
not
towel.
get a towel? Is it that? So Uncle James, God bless you, because we got a washer now. Well, maybe we can actually have a towel.
I actually at Dollar General the other day, I bought more towels because for some reason
Yeah,
they keep disappearing.
explain
I
that to me.
recently, within the past 6 months,
This is my life. This is our house. Honey, do we have a towel? I don't know where they're a towel disappears, Scott.
It does.
A bath towel.
We have 3 teenagers. Come on.
What are they ain't eating them.
I don't know where they are, but
I
I'm
don't
just saying,
either. But
I
we need to
have,
figure it out.
Within the last
ridiculous.
6 months, I went and bought 6 new towels at Sam's. I love the towels at Sam's. There's the big, thick kind.
Yeah.
They, feel fancy, but they're not expensive.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
so-
like that chamois that I've been drying off with this
Right,
morning.
you're gonna get a chamois tomorrow.
she already told you.
Oh, you look in there. I'm telling you, I knew there wasn't no towels this morning. I'm
No,
like,
but
here
anyway, we
go.
were down to 4. Well, we didn't have a washing machine, so what does that say? Nobody really likes to reuse anything in our house, so I got to wash a lot. Sometimes we'll double, but
And-
anyway, so we were down, and I'm like, "What are we gonna do?" It's hand toweling, and I'm taking laundry to my mom's house to wash.
And this
So then-
this beautiful body right here, this massive amount of space, barely makes it with 2 hand towels. So I'm really down to so it's tripling her work because I'm having to go 1 hand towel, 2 hand towel, Greg Louganis, 3.
Nobody in the audience- nobody
It's like
even
I'm a
knows
diver.
that. It's a
If
diver.
you've ever watched the Olympics,
You'll know.
any swimming event,
Yeah.
they have this little chamois. That's my
it.
house. That's what I get out of the
For
shower
some
with
reason,
the
we
chamois.
always
And I-
have hand towels, though. That's
because you got
interesting.
1,000 of them.
Well, anyway, so now you have
Sew
more.
them
I
together
bought-
and get 1 towel.
Okay. So I went
Send
to
'em to
Dollar.
Mimi's.
I went to
One
Dollar
towel.
General. They were $3.50 a piece, and I bought all they had. There was 5 left.
Wow.
I bet them jokers are thin like sandpaper
you
too.
would
man.
think, but they're nice. I
gosh.
washed them. They're great.
Well,
you
all
probably
right.
used one this morning. Didn't
Man,
even know it.
Man, praise the
Did you
Lord.
have a towel this morning, Justin?
I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I did.
did.
She said, "Did you see her look? Please watch her. You did.
I just want to get credit when
You
credit
do.
is
Oh,
due.
well, you do a great job. There's a lot of things that are phenomenal in our home,
Mm-hmm.
but occasionally, the towel shortage befuddles me.
Yeah.
Befuddles.
yeah.
Did you like that? I did. But I don't understand.
So
it.
my new
And then we
goal
got
is-
3 other teenagers. Now to brag on her, for example, this is a good thing that she's done. We had the conversation to get there. But finally, our kids wash their own clothes.
Yeah,
So even in COVID-19, they can wash their own clothes.
they can and they
Now
do.
they have more time than ever to
Yeah.
wash, dry. Do they fold and put away? Working on it.
I don't mess with it anymore. It's
Well,
their
they
job.
ain't fold and put away sometimes. Man, I went in my bedroom yesterday and it looked like I had a mount. I had mount.
I know.
of-
I had to leave, so I couldn't fold the clothes right away.
We got 3 teenagers, Scott. It ain't on her. It's not on her.
Lord,
They ain't
we
doing
need
nothing.
therapy.
They sleeping
Hey.
around.
Call Clint.
Clint, help.
I live by myself, and my clothes will pile up on the couch. Clean clothes. And that's it.
It
And
happens.
it's just me.
It's every woman that I know. It's our least favorite chore is to fold and put away.
I don't know anybody likes it,
Nobody likes it.
but sometimes them kids got to learn.
Yeah. Well, they do their own. I do ours. Emma's the only one who's been hanging in there, and I said, Emma, your day's coming. It's COVID-19. She probably needs to start now.
What do you mean?
She's in 8th grade. The other ones didn't start doing their own laundry
Oh,
until high
Emma.
school.
Emma don't do her own. Oh, it's just the 2 big ones.
Yeah. Because I had them start when they were in high school, and so
Yeah.
the other day I said, Emma, you probably should start washing your. Go ahead and start washing your laundry. She goes, Mom, you didn't make them do it until they were in high school.
Yeah.
Well,
She's trying to
Times are
hold on to
different.
her last few months because
See,
she's in
it's-
8th grade.
Just the baby always
Yeah,
gets a little.
times are different.
Yeah, but she's a helper.
She
Lord,
is.
that baby is a servant. She does everything.
She does. I give her that.
See,
does.
your
That's her
kids
heart.
need to learn what I did. Is I did it so poorly that they were like, "Just stop. We'll do it."
That's a plan right
That's
there.
a plan.
I like it.
No, I don't care how poorly they do it.
You
I'm
just
not
glad
doing
that they
again.
do it.
Yeah.
All right. Any other things, honey, you need to get off your chest? Or anything that you've seen on the news, or is there anything that's? I mean, you can have breaking COVID news if you haven't. I'm trying to get my phone to open because I have a few other things that we can talk about. But give me something. Is there anything on your heart, honey, that you need to get off your heart?
Oh gosh.
No. If
I don't know. I'm in a blank.
That's all right. Well, here's what I was going to talk about. Have y'all seen these old people dancing, and all these neighbors and
love
stuff
it.
dancing?
No.
Seen it.
So good. Like there's papaws that they have their kids relatively close in a neighborhood, so they will go and like have a dance off across the street from them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
But they don't get to
Super
hug them.
sweet.
They don't get to talk. I mean, they can talk to them. They don't get to hug them. So they're just like, let's dance. You got to look it up.
I will.
And then they're doing, a lot of people now are like setting a set time, either once a week or every night, like at 7 o'clock, and they all come out of their houses and have a dance off in the neighborhood.
Everybody opens their doors and
Plays a
dances
certain
on
song.
on their side of the street.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
The other thing I saw kind of in that same vein was there's some neighborhoods where they're saying the Pledge of Allegiance with their kids in their driveways in the mornings to start the day. To kind of keep some normalcy like they do at school, kind of keep a routine. I thought it was.
it is, but I'm just
super
kinda-
patriotic though, so it got me.
And
I
I'm not. I mean,
No, I know we are, but I just thought that was super cool.
Well, and I will say that I've seen people that are playing their instruments in the neighborhood. So like, and they'll all try to play the same song, so it doesn't sound like weird.
Yeah.
That's the
But
goal.
like they'll pull out the amp with the guitar, and then somebody else will pull the drum set out. Somebody else will pull out a trumpet, and they'll all play the same song for the neighborhood. So
It's just crazy that this is really what's happening,
Yeah.
though. But
It is unifying in a way,
Yeah.
in
I
a
will
time
tell
when
you-
our country's divided.
yeah, because none of that is happening in the old trailer park of Houghton.
Scott,
It's not
maybe you
happening
should
there.
start.
Yeah, you be the leader.
See, out in Benton where we are, we're a long
We're
way
all
from our neighbors.
separated. Yeah.
yeah.
We
I
can
mean-
see one kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but they're still a pretty good long way away.
Yeah,
They'd
are.
have to come
You don't
up.
really even see their front door.
No, you don't see their front door.
Yeah, we moved out.
No, it's crazy.
I would rather live out there, away from
We
people.
saw deer in our yard though the other night going home. Remember?
Yeah.
A whole little family.
This is my
Like-
wife. we do. We see
We
deer
don't see our
often.
neighbors, but we saw a little family of deer.
All right, I'm going back. Breaking COVID news.
breaking,
Yeah,
breaking COVID news. COVID-19.
I do love that, by the way.
You do?
You do?
Yeah, I've enjoyed that.
All right, so here's some breaking news. Did you see that like Southwest Airlines has actually paid for and is flying doctors to New York and nurses?
Excellent.
So I thought that's pretty awesome though. Like they're just saying, "Hey, if you're willing," because they're
If you're
calling.
willing to go,
oh,
let's
they're
go.
calling for people to come up there.
No, I saw the Governor Cuomo request the other day. He was just kind of sending a message out there. He said, if you're a doctor, you're a nurse, a healthcare professional, and you can come help, come help. And then I thought, but how are they going to get there?
Yeah, they're flying. They had pictures of Southwest and put them all on a plane, and
That's
they
awesome
were
somebody did it.
rocking and rolling.
Also, the Patriots gave their plane to fly in medical supplies from China.
Really?
Yes, so they
I hate
delivered.
the Patriots, but that's good news for them.
Yes, they flew their plane to China, picked up. I think it was China, but they picked up all the medical supplies and then flew them back into New York.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
great.
Yeah, so there you go.
It takes
Thank you.
It takes a team.
It does.
All
Well,
of
there's
us.
a lot. I mean, I think about all of the different needs. I heard this morning coming into Tulane, right here in our own beautiful state of Louisiana, that the medical students have actually gotten together and they were doing the same thing. They were gathering and from different places the PPE, is that what they call it? Professional
Yes.
protection equipment.
Right.
And they were taking it upon themselves to redistribute it back into the hospitals because the students had time to do it, but the people in the hospital actually didn't have time to do it. So, I mean, it's pretty cool that people are trying to rally and figure it out.
Yeah, because that stuff is important. A friend of mine, Balin Berry, he is a ICU nurse at Shumpert with 17 COVID patients. That's all of his patients, and the number one thing that he needs is PPE. They're having to reuse masks and stuff because they're
Yeah.
running out. So it's very
It's still-
important.
yeah, because right here in our town,
Yeah.
they say. Did you see that we were number 6 on the list in the world?
Yay.
I wasn't
Not
sure
in the
where
world.
we-
I'm sorry, in the United States.
I thought we
Is
were
it
number
6?
3.
I thought we were
No.
3 in the States. Is it 6 in the world?
I saw. Hold on.
Don't
hold
quote
on.
me.
No, I'm gonna. Well,
At all.
We can't
We
do
have to-
math. We don't know where we
I
are.
tried not to
I'm gonna
watch too
pull
much
up
yesterday.
my trusty email. Somebody texted to me yesterday while we were praying, and here it is.
I know we're on the rise. Shreveport is really bad.
This is
Yes.
metro areas with the most coronavirus cases per 100,000. New York is number 1, 226. Edwards, Colorado is number 2. Nobody's talking about Edwards, Colorado.
I haven't heard that at all.
That's.
Interesting.
I'm just showing you.
Where is Edwards going on? Well,
And
obviously
then
in
New
Colorado.
Orleans is number 3. Detroit is number 4. For some reason, they left off number 5. And Shreveport is number 6.
Wow.
Yeah, the experts are
Shreveport's our little
saying.
neighbor.
Yeah. Well, they're saying for New Orleans and Shreveport at least that it's the Mardi Gras.
I don't understand that.
Well,
I mean, I do know they were-
virus
I mean-
the virus was already there, and
Yeah.
unbeknownst to the population, or nobody cared. I don't know. It
Well,
was
but hold
Mardi
on,
Gras
but
wasn't
time out.
canceled, and it spread.
I'm with you. But Mardi Gras when? February?
Yes.
Yes, it was this year.
Okay. So we didn't have all that going on in February, did we?
No, I think it was already. Okay, so I don't know if this is exactly right, but my sister lives in New Orleans. You know,
She does.
She do. I called her yesterday just to check on her.
She said it's a ghost town, too, by the
She
way.
said it
Oh,
is
yeah.
She lives in the quarter too. She said
Yeah.
it is a ghost town.
Yeah, the pictures are amazing. It's the prettiest it's ever looked.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, hold on. Let's go back in. Hold on. We're coming back to your sister.
that's
Remember
fine.
where you are. It's prettiest it's ever looked. Did you see what the carbon reduction is?
The
done?
pollution?
Yeah, L.A.
Pollution. L.A. is like it totally
They-
like went
yeah,
away. They
yeah,
had a
they did
pre-picture
a-
and a post-picture.
Yeah, they did
China,
one from
too.
February and then one in March, and it's completely different.
in a
Yeah.
month.
China was too. I don't know now because
I
I'm
say
picking
we,
back up.
I say we hop a plane and go to the beach.
Oh,
but you
Lord,
can't
they're
come
closing
back.
the beaches now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once you leave Louisiana, you can't come back in or something.
Well,
No, they're saying that a lot of people are saying if you're from Louisiana, you as soon as you arrive, you have to quarantine. for
Quarantine.
14 days.
Well, where would it be worse? There's not a. But go to San Diego.
Well, we're number 6.
Oops.
We're number 4 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to come here.
No, but we can go somewhere.
Nobody wants to come here anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Scott.
Sorry.
God.
Sorry.
Keep it positive. We love our
Scott.
state.
Scott.
I was saying to Shreveport, Bossier.
Scott.
What?
There's a lot here.
There's a lot here. We're here.
I don't. Hold on.
Lord.
COVID. Hold on. Breaking news. Hit the button. He's coughing on
Is
it.
that your
Scott.
mute?
Yeah.
Do we all have a mute?
Yes. Well,
No.
I have control
Oh,
of
you
it.
have to mute
No,
me.
the reason he mutes is it's
so he
needed.
can cough.
It's needed.
Take a deep
Because you
breath.
can hear me breathing.
Yeah. All right. So back to your sister back in New Orleans.
Okay, so what she said to me was that there was already a ship in New Orleans that evidently had the virus on the ship, and guess it was getting out that way. So they had not shut down Mardi Gras yet. Don't quote me on this. It's all like totally legit.
She looks real.
I'm very
positive.
insecure about what I'm saying right now. I'm just relaying what my
Especially
sister
when it comes
said.
from Rebecca.
And it came from my sister, who
Which
we don't know.
we
either.
all know that.
Love you back, but we don't know
No.
all exact. It's hearsay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that it was already there, and then Mardi Gras happened. Excuse me, and it spread.
Well, maybe so.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I'm just thinking logically here, or maybe non-logically. I don't know. But if it takes 14 days to show up,
Okay.
then
Yeah,
if you were on a boat and you get out and you come to Mardi Gras,
yeah.
well, it started to really kick off about 14 days
Yeah.
after Mardi Gras, thereabouts, I would say. So
Thank you, Dr. Odom.
And-
That probably does make a little more
thank
sense.
you. That's just, but I mean, I could be way off. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
no-
anybody's tuning into this for medical advice. Or,
Yeah.
I think they've probably.
Thank God. This is
yeah.
just a bunch of silliness. But
Ain't just not all silliness. We'd like to.
There's a
We'd
lot
like
of
to pride
silliness.
ourselves on
Serious.
about 5% content.
5.
okay,
Yeah,
5%.
Yeah, there's 5% of things you might really
If
need.
people really tuning in and listening, that's all they really want.
They definitely
They're
not.
gonna laugh. That's
Yeah,
that's
well, that's
good.
part
Yeah,
of the goal.
exactly. Well, because there's not, I mean, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Never mind.
Well, I will say one more thing about New Orleans. I did hear too, even post sort of time to shelter or whatever, there were still people partying in the streets down there. The
Yeah, 'cause
police were
they're-
going in and trying to get them out and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
So,
Florida just shut down yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my
Finally.
gosh, it was crazy.
Florida
because-
finally shut down. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Georgia and Florida and Alabama.
Alabama had not yet, as of yesterday. I don't know if they have now.
I don't know
saw
yet.
their governor yesterday. But anyway,
I can look it up.
we're at home, sheltered in, basically, and looking at the TV, and the spring breakers are just partying it. I mean,
They got that Johnny
living
Red, son.
large on the beach. Just thousands of people. No social distancing.
Yeah.
I thought, golly,
Well, it's just crazy.
how is that happening?
Well, because
Now
we're
they're
not
taking
China.
it all back all over the place.
Oh yeah. Well, no, there was one. There was one dad in New York. His son went and partied in Florida, so he came back, tried to go back to college. His college was shut down, so he showed up at the house, and the dad said, "You can't come in here."
That's what I'm
Said
talking
you went
about.
you went and partied. You exposed yourself. Bye
Don't
bye.
come here.
Wow.
That's
Figure it out.
Hey, that's tough love.
Yeah, he's like, you did it to yourself. I'm
Yeah.
not, because his mom is 89 years old that lives with him. So he's like,
The
you're not
grandma.
gonna, the grandma. He's like, you're not gonna get your grandmother sick. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Good luck.
Hope you figure it out.
Hold on, I got breaking news.
Oh gosh,
Let's have
Oh.
something.
what is
Yeah.
it? COVID news?
Well, not really, but
Okay.
go ahead.
We'll,
And hit
we'll
it.
just do breaking news.
Yeah, oh, you have a different breaking news?
No,
Oh, go ahead, hit that.
breaking news.
This is a big news.
Sunday.
This is LSU news.
Oh,
Wow.
That's where we were last night, or to my LSU?
LSU Baton Rouge.
ooh.
The university.
Ed Ogeron
Uh-huh.
files for divorce from his wife. 23 years. Yes. I'm like, what?
They've been married 23 years.
23 years. February
Justin
26th.
Haigler, let me just tell you.
We ain't going nowhere, honey. You ain't getting rid of me.
It's death do us part.
That's right, girl. Just talk to me. You got to put it with me. I don't think the problem be that I'm leaving you. I think the problem is you can be like, I've had it. That's enough. I'm not putting up with you.
I'm very patient.
We're going to keep being patient, though.
Yes, I think I'm a 9 on
Oh,
dude, we
might need to be a 10.
No, I mean I'm a 9 on the Enneagram, so we're.
Oh,
a
I
good
thought you
match.
meant 9 of patience. You might want to knock it on up
I'm
to
a
10.
10 on patience.
Unless I get to COVID, we got about another 23. But, dude, that's pretty shocking news.
Does it say what's
Why?
I'm just.
up? We want to know all their
What? I
details.
don't
Isn't
know
that
him. I
terrible?
mean, I'm just trying to tell you that that's pretty shocking news.
That's very shocking.
Yeah, but I mean, that's unbelievable.
23 years and decided.
Yeah. I was looking up for the Alabama thing, but it reminded me to see if they were around. But did you see that speaking of Baton Rouge, that other preacher will not stop having church either?
Yeah, they went to arrest him, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
He's been
Oh,
He's
no,
been
there's-
cited.
Yeah, he's been
Cited.
cited 4 times. They're
Yeah.
fining him
I don't know.
$2,000 or $4,000 every time. He's getting fingerprinted, but they don't want to take him to jail because they're afraid of exposing the inmates to COVID.
I don't.
Are you serious?
That's what the article said. So they're not taking him to jail, but it's like, what is it going to take for you to clue in that people are dying? You got to stop.
Yeah.
But I don't understand we did see him on the
Yeah,
thing.
we
Like,
saw it
I mean,
last
I'm
night.
trying to. It wasn't last night. Wasn't it the night before last? Maybe. I think it was
thought
the
it was
night
last
before last.
night.
Maybe it was. I can't
It's
even remember
all
it. But it
mushing
just
together.
seems like he doesn't care and is a little throwed.
He
Now,
says
North
that-
Louisiana, that means they are a little off.
Yeah. Well, he said that God is telling him to
Oh,
continue,
Lord. He
and that
must
God
be-
will protect him. and
That's
his
what gives us a
congregation.
bad name. I liked what the sheriff said. He goes, "You're an embarrassment to the.
Our
It's we
city.
it makes us look stupid, because everybody knows what's at stake, and yet you just don't care."
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
like, I get it, man. I
And-
feel for him.
And why are people still coming? Like, stop! If y'all don't come, he won't continue.
Yeah, well, maybe not all of them have.
Well,
Maybe some
he
did
normally
stop.
has 1,000 people, and only a couple hundred now are showing up.
Yeah. So see,
yeah, but golly, come on.
there's all those, the dedicated flock. They're going to keep attending.
Well,
So that's so sweetly.
well, speaking of church, because I got this. That's the bad thing about looking up stuff, because all of a sudden Ed Ogeron had nothing to do with anything, but I threw him out there.
Yeah.
But
I'm
speaking
going
of
to pray for them.
yes, well, because
You are so stinking sweet.
she is. It's
Well,
the
they
one.
need it, man. Divorce is rough.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't wish that on anybody.
No, it is kind of shocking though. I didn't
It
really
is
see that
shocking.
coming. So anyway, back to church and meeting and not meeting, all that stuff. We're still not meeting. Some people are asking what we're doing. And Easter is not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Really?
Can you, not this Sunday.
I know.
But
We were
next
telling our
Sunday.
kids that. You know, our son turned 17 and what day is it today?
I don't know.
His birthday's
It's
the
the second.
21st.
It's the second.
So
Yeah,
what?
less-
19 days.
Yeah.
17. He's like, Mom, I can't do anything.
Well, you can't do anything on your birthday.
No Easter.
Hannah can't do anything on graduation, maybe.
Yeah.
The room on
No
the
prom.
how you say the room on the street is
Yeah.
that they ain't going back.
I have no problem believing that.
I will not
very much.
name the person, but that is more than likely going to be reality.
Yeah.
Well, really, because I think
I don't
they're
know how
not. I
you
don't
could
know
go
when they're
back.
predicting the peak here
Yeah.
of that virus, but what, a month from now? I mean, that's the end of April. Is when
Yeah.
we're supposed to be done, whatever. But I
The
doubt
reason
it.
I mean, I've just heard that I don't know how you could, because you only have 20 days left before you
Yeah.
would go in there. I mean, school would be
Then
out.
you'd have to extend it to the summer, and that's a whole.
Yeah, the
nother-
person that I was talking to last night said that basically if they did go back, there's not enough time to catch up.
Yeah.
No, you
And
can't.
so, and he
And the
said,
risk is too great. So
Yeah.
just say that you happen to infect somebody.
Oh
I
my
just think.
gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the worst part is we have a daughter that graduates.
Yeah.
So it's emotional for her,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
you
More
know.
than
She's
likely
kind of
she'll get
chilled
that
out
to-
now, but initially it was a pretty big shock, and we always thought, man, 2020, what a cool year, to graduate. That's awesome. 2020 just sounds so cool. And now all this, no prom, no graduation, not seeing any friends.
So
Good
what
thing
I'm-
about our kids
so
are
what I'm-
homebodies, and they all like each other. We all like each other pretty well.
So here's I'm gonna throw out something I haven't even thought of till right now.
Yeah.
That's always dangerous. You
Yeah.
do know that. What if you did like a car graduation,
Oh.
like the same kind of thing we did last night? What if you put them in a car, and you did like a parade,
Yeah.
and people honked and congratulated them or whatever? But you came up with a way to
You
do.
could.
There you go, Mr. Creative.
It's the same kind of deal.
There
but
would be
like,
naysayers, just like last night.
I don't
There
care
would be
about no
naysayers.
naysayers.
When have we cared about naysayers?
We
No,
were
I
in
mean,
the-
it's
we
like,
were in
man,
the
there's always going to be
cars.
haters. Haters going to hate, Angie.
I know.
Lovers going to love.
Shake
Doers
hands.
going to do.
Yes.
That's all
Preach
made
it.
up.
Preach it, Big Papa.
I just made that up, but I like it.
I did tell Hannah what we could do is we could go to the convention center. She could put on a cap and gown.
Yeah.
I would give the speech, and then
Yeah.
you could hand her diploma.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And clap virtually.
Virtually.
But it is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, it's kind of tripped out. But anyway,
It
back
is.
to what
It's-
we're going to do. Speaking of weird and virtual or unusual out of the box, we're going to do an egg hunt on
Yes.
Easter.
I love this.
Car hop extravaganza.
Yes, we're going. So if you're listening, you're going, what? We're going to announce it Sunday. But because you are a podcast listener, this is an exclusive reveal.
I don't have exclusive music.
That's all right. It doesn't matter.
You got to have something.
No, he has. He'll do a
Here, I can do a-
snare.
What you got?
What?
Oh,
Wow. Scott
that's
got
like
it.
a little fairy dust over
Yeah.
there. Let's sprinkle that on.
Exclusive.
Yeah, so hold on. I'm gonna
That-
say it and then you hit that again.
Yeah, that's
I
our-
think we
that's our
have
exclusive
we have
button.
an exclusive Easter reveal, Scott.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. Look, you want to clap
Oh, I
on
want to
it.
clap for
Yeah.
that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 10 stations throughout the cities, Shreveport and Bossier. So we'll have 5 in Shreveport, 5 in Bossier. And they're about a 5.5 foot egg that's inflatable. And
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have a staff family located at each egg.
Yes.
And then we're going back to the Miracle 89.1, our local Christian radio station. We're going to
Thank
take
you,
it
Miracle.
over that morning, and we're going to encourage you to get with your kids in the safety of their car or their van. And it's going to be a scavenger hunt, an Easter egg hunt. You look for those eggs, and I'll be giving you clues over the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're driving around, when you arrive to an egg, you find an egg, you'll actually take a picture. You don't get out. You don't.
Stay in your
You
safety
stay in your
of
car,
own
and you just
car.
take a picture. They're going to be waving. You can do a video or whatever. And then you can post that on Facebook. You can kind of tell your story. And then we're going to give prizes out for the families that find all in their city.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's crazy enough to try to find all in both Shreveport and Bossier, which I think would be impossible in the allotted time we have, because we're going for from 9:30 till like 10:45, something like that. And then the service is going to be at 11. because we're going to bump it back an hour to give people time to get up and do a little egg hunt with their family and stuff. And then we'll give away a little prize whenever they find that. So it doesn't matter. Age is non-relevant. If you're an adult that go, I got to get out of this house and I got to go on the egg hunt, get out there and have a little fun. It's kind of like what is that revel? Where are they?
Do you remember that? Do you remember back when we were kids when they would go and try to find the treasure?
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
they still
yeah,
do
they
that?
still
Holiday
do
in
it.
Dixie. Holiday
Yeah.
in Dixie is what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar, but there's no money at the end
Yeah,
of the
no
rainbow.
money at the end of the no treasure.
No,
There
there
is a
will be a
prize, there's a
treasure.
prize.
Your treasure
You
in
just don't
heaven.
have to get out of the car to find it.
Yes,
anyway.
exactly right.
We're
And-
offering treasure in heaven, Angie.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus juke. No, what I'm saying is we're going to give them a prize. We're going to give them a trip or something. I think we're giving a family away, like a trip away. Scott, you okay over
I
there?
keep yawning. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm not tired at all.
You didn't have your coffee.
But you
today.
know what? It's lack of oxygen because the COVID's restricting your throat right now.
Thanks.
moving
Appreciate
on.
that.
No, but it will be
I
where
think
they.
it's a great idea. I love how creative your team is.
Well,
the team
yeah, I
is at
think
the
that was
church.
Christy A's idea.
Christy-
That was Christy A.
That
she
girl
threw it out
has
there.
some creativity.
Yes, but we thought too. You can decorate your car if you want to. Happy Easter and drive around, and then.
It's a safe way.
Yep, that's a safe way.
Gets kids excited. There's something
Yep.
to do. They don't get to go to church. They don't get to have their typical egg
No,
hunts.
You're right. So.
All that kind of stuff they'll miss. The good church services.
Oh, they ain't gonna miss that
They're
service.
have
We're gonna
that
be
still,
there, son. We're
but
gonna
just
make it
not
happen
in
for 'em.
person. The kid, I'm like, we
Right.
love Easter.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love having my kids at Easter and doing all the special little things.
Getting
for them,
dressed
so.
up.
We're
taking
going, and we
pictures.
think we're gonna
Getting
have
dressed
a,
up in our t-shirts.
if we can
and
ever,
jeans.
yeah, and that's another thing people are asking about is the t-shirts. We do have the new design. I've been wearing it. Some people have seen it. It's the
Yeah.
Love God, Love People, Solve Problems. That was our Easter shirt this year. So
Yeah.
if we can get the internet going, Angie, if we can get the Do Good store up online,
We're working on it. Now
Then
you
you
can
could-
go online right now. There's maybe 5 t-shirts online.
Oh,
If
really?
you go to the
.net,
dogoodstore.net, you do have to click on t-shirts.
not men, not women.
men, not women. You just go directly to the t-shirts category. You can purchase one of those shirts. Now that's just a limited.
We have a new shirt coming out.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you want me to go ahead and can you hit another? This is
It's good.
exclusive.
Just
Hold on,
I,
this is
I
exclusive.
would just keep it a little. I wouldn't give it all away.
I don't know. I got to give it away.
No, because
There's
you may-
only so many people listening, Angie.
There's really
Like,
there's not a lot.
No,
Okay.
there's not a lot of people.
Okay.
So here it is. All right, this is a podcast exclusive. You
Now,
know?
hold on. Do you want the harp or do you want?
A harp. No, that's
No,
depressing.
That's
That
kind
was
of like,
depressing.
oh, you're doing wrong.
yeah.
No, this is a podcast exclusive.
Oh, I like it.
It is social distancing. I can't even say it. Social distancing champion
Yes.
shirt.
It's our new shirt,
And
and,
you know who it is?
Who?
Bigfoot.
Scotty Poo. It's so
Dude,
cute.
he's
I love
been
it
the
so
best.
much.
He has been the best.
He's been
Big-
the best. It's the cutest shirt. We will have them. Hopefully, they'll be printed this week.
Bigfoot knows how to keep the distance.
Yes, we will.
Bigfoot,
keeping it for years.
he has been out there fooling all of us, and he don't have the COVID, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
That joker knows how to keep his 6 foot up. I promise you, he's like,
Yes.
he is like,
He
is,
does.
he is separate from us. He knows. He knows. He knows how to
knows.
keep his distance.
Yep.
So we got a
As
shirt.
soon as our shirts come in, they will be online.
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
wear
look for
'em.
them under
I'll-
T-shirt, and
yeah.
as soon as I figure out, I'm working on the internet side.
Yeah, Angie
It's
helps with
outside
all
of-
the do good store, and speaking of that,
Oh,
retail's
gosh.
tanked as you can
Retail's
imagine.
tanked.
Goodness.
We're trying to survive.
Oh, speaking of shirts, though, hey, my buddies down at To Write Love on Our Arms, some good friends of ours,
Yes.
Ryan and them, hooked us up. This is what I was trying to get in for last Sunday's message. If you didn't hear it, it's all on Hope. You
Yeah.
can go and see that. And I don't know if you saw Gorilla Dave. He made a Hope sign
I
last
saw
night,
that.
and it was
He
awesome.
did.
We love you.
But
Gorilla
Hope is
Dave.
not canceled. And then there's another shirt that we'll put online, too.
Yeah, I didn't bring mine here.
But what's cool about this is they are a great company about suicide prevention. As you can imagine,
Yeah.
people are struggling this time of year. So they came up with this shirt, and we were like, man, we'll be honored to buy some. And that's the
Yeah.
To Write Love Arms on Our Arms on the
We'll
back.
put
This is
this-
on YouTube. I'm showing it on YouTube so that you can kind of see it.
We'll put those back on dogoodstore.net too.
Yes. And they were just thankful because they needed the help as well to be able to buy it and
Yeah.
support people.
Everybody's
so.
struggling right now, so
Yep. So
we'll have our new shirts up.
Yep. Get them out there. And I got a new one coming out this week because it's kind of along the message. Don't want to give it away.
Don't want to give away, but
But
you'll
we
see
win.
it on Sunday.
We win, guys.
You'll see
It's
it
not a
Sunday.
loss.
We win.
Yep. That's kind of the idea of this week's message.
Yeah.
just like, hey man, we're gonna win this thing.
We already have.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We're gonna get there.
We're
I
celebrating the
promise you.
resurrection. So.
Oh yeah, well that's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, but that's still a win.
It is. I mean, yeah,
It's
you
a
do it
win
every
now.
day.
A win
Angie,
now,
you can
every
celebrate
day.
the resurrection every day.
I do.
It ain't just limited to Easter. You're right. I'm for
I
it.
do.
All right.
Oh, and before we end, two
Yeah.
things. Number
Yeah.
one, want to apologize for what I said about people not coming here. I didn't mean it how I came out, so don't crucify me on the on the old
You
social
love
media.
Shreveport Bossier.
Scott-
I do. I've
Boo.
lived here all my life. Well, most of
Yes.
my life. I moved to Austin, Houston, and then the other thing was just going back to sweets for dinner last night. I ate all of Teresa Haigler's cake that she gave me.
You did. She is the best cake
Oh,
baker.
my
Oh
God.
Wait a
gosh.
second. Wait a second.
I haven't tried Mallory's yet.
So she
but
made
they
a
look
cake
good.
for you.
Well, no, hold on. She made a cake for her family, and she gave me a portion of it to take home, and I ate that entire portion.
It's good.
You did.
What
dinner.
what kind
Gosh,
of
she
what was the
makes it.
flavor? Just so I know. My favorite. I'll tell you my favorite. She does, but
It was just yellow cake put in the bundt cake form,
ah,
and then she put lemon icing on it.
Oh Lord.
It-
You know that was good. I'm gluten free, so I can't eat anything anymore. But
I almost cried. That's how good it was.
you and Angie could you and Angie could have cried over that.
Yes.
We put y'all together and just let. And then if Angie saw you
Oh.
crying, she'd cry with you just because she was excited that you were enjoying something.
I tried to explain to last night, Scott, my sensitivity to others.
You did.
She did a
And
good
what did
job.
and what did you say?
Well, I just told him that's the way God wired me.
That's right.
I am 100% wired that way.
Ooh,
I
wait.
cannot help it. I feel other people's feelings.
Thank God you love me,
I do love you.
and that's why you came to me.
Oh gosh.
I love you.
That's true though, because thank God you had to put up with me.
So I cry when you
Fact.
cry, Scotty Poo.
Oh,
That's
thank
right.
But I'm excited about your cake because it is good and I miss it.
She said, "But I'm excited." See, she was gonna be a pot. She's excited about your cake.
you. No, it was good.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you, Teresa, because I know you're listening.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
She'll be here soon.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna settle the score. She wants a time to come at me and John. I think. I don't
She-
know
she
what
does.
over.
She does.
See,
I love
Angie's too
Teresa
sweet,
Haigler.
so Angie will just be like, "Oh no, don't do that." You know, but Teresa will be like, "Bring it."
Honey, I
I'm
get a
gonna
little
bring it.
edgy
She's
too.
an Italian, son. That's why.
Oh yeah, she's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
bring it.
And hold on.
But
Speaking.
I
Touchy.
can be edgy.
Hold on. This is just kind of fun because we got nothing but time. We're gonna end on this, or maybe.
Yeah.
So your whole life, Angie.
I dreamed of you.
Well,
Oh,
amen. But beyond that, everybody knows that. I mean, look at the package.
It's
It's, easy.
obvious.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
It is.
Come on. I'm talking about you grew up thinking you were an Indian.
If you can see me, I am
Okay,
the
just get-
Ghost Rider, pale
but-
Ghost Rider.
But you believed, and you even told me.
I told you.
You
I'm
said
Indian.
the reason I don't have hair on my arms.
I'm so hairless, it's ridiculous.
You said that is because I'm Indian.
Okay, I said because
So,
my mama.
I
hold
want-
on, let me go
go
ahead and
ahead. Yeah, no, I'm-
validate.
I'm-
This
yeah.
is Teresa's coming out. So my mama said that her mom's mom or her dad's mom
Mm-hmm. Yes.
had full length hair all the way down to the floor, Indian. I don't know why that matters, but that's what she said.
You got long hair. You
You
Indian.
Indian.
I'm
No,
talking
Anyway,
about
she
it.
said she was full blooded Indian. So
We're
I was
talking
like,
about feather.
I am Indian. And I was so proud of that. I mean, like I got.
Yeah,
I was
don't
proud
know-
of it.
I don't know
and
about
and
you,
I've
but
got
I'm
like
the
a
same
red
way.
tint to my
I
skin.
want to be Indian.
I do have a red tint to my
No,
skin.
like when I was a kid,
yeah, because it's tough.
It's Indian. It just
It's,
seems like
it's
you're
native.
It's just
yeah, it's
you
just
bad.
tough. Yes. So anyway, I always thought I was, and I'm proud of it.
So we went and did Ancestry a couple of years ago. This is so classic. My dad, and I think me and John talked about it, told us we were German.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got our
He's German and I'm Indian
We get our
and whatever
DNA,
else. And
yeah.
I think I was British or something too on my other
Yeah.
family side.
but we got that Ancestry back. How much Indian do you have in you?
0.
And I'm telling you, I ain't never laughed so hard in my life because like
I was scanning over that little.
You
like,
just
little
wanted to-
summary.
you
I'm like,
wanted to
where's
see it.
Where's my percentage of Indian? Where is
you were
it?
just hoping for 1%,
I mean,
something,
0.5%.
and it was 0.
0. So I was pretty much 98% or something like that, just British.
Scandinavian.
British, Scandinavian, something else. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all very. So then they revised it about a year later. Every time they get a little bit more information, they
Yeah.
add a little bit of something else.
Yeah, I got some too.
And then guess what I had in me?
You got a little Latin American.
The Latina.
Latina.
Hey!
I don't know that they say ay, but
Maybe that's
I
where
don't
the
know, but-
Native American part came from. Because
no.
I don't know, but there is some Latin
Good
in there,
try.
and I was so excited because I feel like I got a little more flavor.
And what
in
did
me
I
now.
have in me that they revised and came back?
African American.
You better
that's
believe that,
not
son.
shocking.
Yeah.
Came back from Africa,
Who
boy.
said yes?
I was so fired
He
up.
was so happy.
I love it.
We love it that we're not just
Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
be just
We want
Scandinavian.
We just want to be a little mix
I
of
wanted
everything.
some diversity, baby. I
Me
love.
too, I
but
know.
I'm proud. I got some Africa.
I know,
And it
so-
was mine was not Rwanda, kind of where from. Mine was more West Africa,
I
if I
can't
remember.
remember.
It shows you.
Would that be
It
the
shows
Congo?
you.
No, Congo's more right there by Rwanda.
We have it somewhere in an email.
Yeah. But I was like, yes.
Yes. So our kids are proud now. They're everything but Native American.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe they'll revise it some more and there'll be some in there.
Maybe
and then
so.
Because my mom still swears. I told her.
Yeah, but
I was like,
but if
Mom,
it was
you
that
need it."
close.
And my mom has the kit. I'm like, Mom, go spit in the cup. It's easy.
But you know why she don't want to?
she
'cause
don't want to
they're-
face the music either.
Yeah, they're all scared too.
We
Though
all-
people are scared.
I need to do it. I'm adopted, and according to my paperwork, I am my grandmother and my
Your
great grandmother.
paperwork. You like
Yeah.
a dog? You AKC?
Yes, yeah, I'm AKC.
Aw,
The Volunteers of America.
you're a cute little.
Right. What do you mean?
No.
Your paperwork.
On my paperwork. On my papers.
His adoption papers.
Yes.
Adoption. Well, I need to know. I didn't know what paperwork
We're
was.
trying to clarify.
Yeah, that
Okay.
that my I can't remember if it's my great grandmother or my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee.
All right. So here's
And-
what we're
Here's
going to do.
another Indian.
This is
He
Yeah.
looks. He
do
looks.
podcast
he looks
exclusive.
British too.
Podcast exclusive. As a gift to you, Scott, for hosting this podcast,
Yeah.
co-hosting
Yes.
this podcast, we're going to gift you
Oh, that would be
ancestry.
cool. Yeah, because
Great idea.
You have to spit in a cup though.
that's fine. Because
We're
I'm
going to do it.
hairy.
Come on, can I
Oh,
get a little
yes.
round of
Yeah,
applause
here.
on that?
Yes.
And then in
I'll
the
make
weeks
the
to
purchase
come,
today.
we'll reveal
Yes.
What you truly
what
are.
you
Yeah,
truly are.
because I'm hairy as all get out. I'm
That's
short.
too much.
I don't have any tan in me, so I
I
don't.
bet you're
I
going to
don't
be
think-
our relatives from Scandinavia.
I think
Yeah.
personally
British.
that
You
I'm,
really
I'm
will be my
British and
brother.
Italian.
Italian.
You don't look any Italian
Nah,
at all.
come on,
I'm saying,
man.
and the only reason why I'm saying Italian, and this is going to be too much, but the back hair. There's just
That was a lot.
Every Italian just went, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. That's it.
but I really, because I'm like, there's no Native American anywhere. I look in the mirror and I'm going, I don't see it. So
Oh, but I saw it in me, and look at me.
Yeah. What do you don't? There ain't nothing. You don't have any native. I mean, I won't let you go with it because.
I know, but I thought I did, and look at
Oh,
me.
and for the record,
Yeah.
one other last thing, because we're revealing some of the stories me and John have talked about. That's a couple, but we did shave Willie the cat,
We did.
and we did take Willie's neener off.
We did.
poor Willie.
I'm
It-
telling you, dude.
It was, and you should have seen us. We were cut. It was hot.
And I did put Campo Panique on it.
Oh gosh.
And he's always called it Campo Panique.
But that cat, oh,
Yeah, we were covered. She had like a calico cat, kind of like black and brown kind of fur. We were cut. It was hot southern summer, you know.
right in the middle of summer.
In the
We got
middle
out
of
on the carport. We didn't have a garage. We got on the carport.
And shaved her.
And
we
shaved
were.
her.
Why?
I'm normally hairless. I was covered with her
Why
hair.
would you shave? That's
It
Okay,
was
because
so
she had kind
matted.
of she had
It
like a
wa-
longer type hair, and it was just long and it was hot and she was kind of matted up in places.
That
Well,
cat
let's
was
just
from
shave
hell.
it.
That cat was from hell.
Oh,
Barney,
honey, that's a little harsh. Barney the barn cat was sweet, but ironically, Barney was the one that bit our firstborn.
yeah, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Father.
The sweet one. And
Because,
okay, this
listen,
is when. Wait, I want to say
hold-
this.
hold up,
Let
hold
me
on,
just
hold-
say this first,
Oh
Justin.
my gosh.
So I had these two cats before we got married. I was a single woman, and I had my two cats, and I was happy.
Scott, there's hope.
Yeah, Scott.
She was single, had two
Yeah.
kitty cats.
Yes.
well, it's more normal for a girl to have cats, but
Well, but there may be somebody out there going, boy, I just wish I had a guy with two kitty cats.
you're seeing my little
Yes.
smokers in Isabel. My little smoky dopers.
See? All right.
So I had the two cats, and he fully accepted them. We got married, and he took Claritin every day to survive.
When I tell you that I was
Hardly ever complained. These were the early days.
That was the early
That's the
days.
early days of marriage. He doesn't say a word about it. He just takes his Claritin and rolls on.
It was miserable. When you're allergic to cats and to have 2 cats in your house,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that just proves your love.
yeah,
Yeah.
because their fur gets on everything.
And what you don't understand is Willie was so hairy. Chip knows. You could ask Chip that they moved you. Remember, we all helped move you.
Yeah.
I remember Chip coming to me later and going,
Oh my God.
"Oh my God, how in the world did she function in that house?" Because if you remove your couch, she never moved a couch or anything. It was just cat hair
Yeah.
everywhere. So I was miserable.
Yeah.
And then finally,
John and Teresa, God bless Teresa Haigler, they would come over for holidays and dinner, and she and Ashley would have to take Benadryl before they got to the house.
Yep. So miserable.
Yeah.
But whenever we finally went, Barney, which I loved Barney, he was all right.
Barney
he
was the
he
good
purred
one.
like a Harley, so his name was Harley. Barney, we called him
We
different
changed
names.
his name.
But he bit Hannah, nipped at her,
In the mouth.
and
And her
boy,
little
I
face.
all of a sudden, Mama over here,
She
sweet
wasn't
Mama,
even a year old.
they got to go,
Yeah.
and I was like,
That was it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. The
I
Lord
think I
provided.
remember that.
Yeah. So they're at someone's house now.
That's
probably. probably.
Hey, the funniest part
We
is
gave them away to some
not
family.
easy. That's what she believes.
I met the lady at the mall
No.
with the cats in the cage.
You have never told me that story. You said Ray got rid of those cats.
He found the lady through his daughter who works at a
I never knew
vet.
there was a lady. I always thought Ray was like, I got it, wink,
No,
wink.
no, I
My father-in-law was
I-
like, wink,
That
wink.
cage
I
is in
met
the
the
bottom of
lady
the
at the
lake.
mall and made the handover and was afraid that maybe she changed her mind when we got there.
No, she's good.
Poor little kid.
Hey, I just got a text from Mark Stewart, Audio Adrenaline. Let's see what he says. Man, we're doing good. We're laying low, man. Trying not to be a rebel, he said. Dude, I get it. We need it. Well, maybe we can get him to call in.
Yeah.
I'll call
We
him.
have the capability.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him that we're doing a podcast, and then I'll call him after. Maybe we can get him.
How long have we been talking?
And we don't even
1
know.
hour, 16 minutes.
Oh my
Okay, it's
gosh,
time
people
to
are
go.
like,
Yeah.
Lord. If they've
Well-
held on this long, they are bored.
Yeah, they are. All right. Anything?
This is really, we're only doing this for Mark Perkins. This is,
we have one listener. really?
Mark was there last night.
yes, he was.
Mark and Joan were there last night at LSU.
See, because
Oshkosh
he
with
loves
us.
it though. He lives
Yes.
for him.
Oh,
and
he's such
Mark,
an
we love you.
encourager.
Thank you.
Yes.
So anybody that's listening, thank you for listening,
Thank
putting
you
up
for
with our
listening.
foolishness.
Thank
Angie, I said Angie.
I answered to just about anything
Angie,
at
thank
this
you for
point.
being a guest.
Yes.
It wasn't too bad, was
No,
it?
not
Would
at
you be
all.
willing to come back?
I'd love to come back. It was
Yes,
super fun.
well, good. See, there we go, Scott.
You're going to see me more edgy, I guess, with my sister-in-law.
Oh, well,
Maybe.
yeah. I have a feeling
Ooh.
when there's 2 of y'all coming against us, it's gonna be.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then you got to figure out how you're going to sit. Are you going to do like the 2 women and the 2 men?
Yeah,
Are you
we'll
gonna
have
do
to
couple,
face.
Ooh, it'll be like
Oh
a-
no, it'll be face
Ooh,
to face. We're facing off.
face. I like it.
We'll face off.
I'm not scared.
Me neither. I'm ready. Bring it.
Thank y'all so
All
much.
right. See you Sunday. Don't forget, we got
Yes.
it 9:30. We are going live. 9:30. We're going live. So do a little pre-show, and then we'll have a 10 o'clock service, and then we're doing an after show. And Angie, you'll be helping me, so I'm looking forward to that, honey. You being on my team side by side.
Well, I like being your little co-host. It was fun.
it'll do
it again.
It's a little nerve-wracking at first, but it's
Yeah, you'll be all right. We'll get.
it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Scott. Until next
Yes.
time.
Thank you, Scotty Poo. It was fun.
Peace, my brothers and
Peace.
sisters.
Enjoy your quarantines.
Yes.
Amen.